Hi, we're reading some manga today, starting with a new chapter of Kaiji. They are on the verge of a new tier of freedom. So far, they have been traveling around with all of their money in cash, first in a bunch of boxes, in a bunch of briefcases, now in a bunch of duffel bags, getting a little less conspicuous, getting a little more portable, but still nothing like the security and the freedom of just having it in bank accounts. So they were about to set out and actually start. They were trying to come up with a good amount that they could deposit without it being suspicious, but without having to set up too many accounts. And then right at the end, they kind of called it off. They went back to strategize further. But now Kaiji is looking resolute. Instead of 30 million, we'll go with 10. And this is based on Chang saying that he had the super sketchy friend that would donate 10 million, or deposit 10 million. So he thinks that they can get away with it. Excuse me. Oh, there's a little TV in their RV. Oh my gosh, I didn't see that before. There's a tiny little CRT. Oh, how cozy. Oh, how cozy. This is already such a much better life than Chang or Mario has had up until now. And it's probably one of the better lifestyles that Kaiji has had too. It's just so cozy, and they're all together, and so wonderful. We're gonna start the large-scale operation of depositing the 3 of our money to fly us away to our freedom. Even 10 mil at a time, getting the 600 million you two have deposited is going to take 60 times. Fair bit of work there, so of course, along the way we might want to sneak in a deposit of 30 million or 50 million when we can. Gotta look at the bank teller to see if it might cause a problem with them. Alright, yeah, that's what it really comes down to, is the very specific one-on-one with that bank teller. It comes down to the specific person working at the bank that day and whether or not they think it's okay, whether or not they think it's suspicious. Now, if Japan took place in the 21st century and had the conveniences of North American financial technology, Japan, man, there is some weird stuff. The ATMs will close when the bank isn't open. There's like an ATM near my friend's place that we tried to use, and it was like closed on weekends and closed in the evenings on weekdays. It basically had the same hours as the bank itself, even though it's literally just a machine. It's just a machine in a shopping mall. It's just mind-blowing to me. And so in North America, it would be easy to just go and deposit the cash in the ATM machines. You never have to talk to another human being. You can get away with so much more because of that. No one is going to call you out that your account is owned by someone who looks like a vagrant and start being suspicious of your money. They're just going to think it's some account from some rich person that's receiving a reasonable amount of money. It would be so easy, but unfortunately, Japan takes place in the 1980s, and they have to go talk to bank tellers, and they're always running a risk that one of them will just be like, let's call the cops. All right, 10 million. They're getting at the gate. 30 million here. I'm going to take 10 million of that, deposit 10 million into the bank. Me too. Go first. Buy some new clothes. See, this is what I'm saying. Buy some new clothes. This will go so far. Just buy some rich people clothes instead of these ones that you've literally been wearing this entire arc. And I mean, come on. Mario's shirt, I would love to have Mario's shirt. It's so great. I actually think I should try to recreate it and get it at like a custom t-shirt place or something. But it's not exactly couture. It's not exactly something that is going to dazzle the bank attendants such that they don't even think of speaking up against you. All right, come on. Let's have a full-on clothes shopping arc. Let's see Fukumoto draw a clothes store. Let's see Ginza. I remember when Tonegawa was telling the black suits, you got to go to Ginza. I was like, show that. Show them go to all of the big department stores and department malls. And, I love Ginza. Anyways, okay. What I'm saying is you need to look like people who deposit 10 million yen. Change your appearance to look the part. Yes, I think this is so smart. First impression is the most crucial part. to the teller window. This guy, gotta be kidding me. Having them think that way. Oh, this person like they deposit this much. And that impression for the moment you walk in the door is a big difference. First impression will cause a big variation in the way things go afterwards. If things go bad, we might get reported to the manager. Don't let us refuse to deposit the money. You won't be standing around the window for too long either. Go quickly and smoothly if you can. See, this is the other really terrifying thing. If they're just out in public at all, if they're just out doing anything where other people are, they're always running the risk that some random Tei black suit will be like, hey, that's one of those guys. And then they're instantly on the cell phone. The bank is swarming with people before you know it. It's GG. And they can never alleviate that risk. This is just something they're going to have to deal with no matter what they're doing. So the only thing they can do is just try to make things go as smoothly and quickly as possible. Not call any attention to themselves. Bound to be tons of regular customers there at the bank. The more people there are, the higher chance of somebody connected to Tei, yeah, being mixed in the crowd. Yeah, that's right. They probably a bank like this is a great spot for Tei to kind of vulture people. That they see people that are getting denied loans and they're like, hey, come with me. I'll get you your loan. All right. New clothes. I would go so far as to say you should get a haircut too. Maybe, I don't know, just anything to kind of throw off your appearance. Because it's going to be like, you know, Endo is #1 hunting dog. And then the competence of all the other Tei agents kind of drops off from there. So anything you can do to just reduce the number of Tei people that are alert enough to recognize you, even though you're disguised in whatever way. But of course, you can't disguise yourself so much that they're like, bank robber, bang, 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 and then, you know, that's game over. You can't just go in with the ski mask. But yeah, changing clothes, changing haircut, changing mannerism, maybe a bit of makeup. It's worth a try. All right, clothes shopping, clothes shopping. The three each go off to department stores separately. They explore. Looking for clothes befitting the kind of person who could deposit 10 million at once. Look at this guy working in the store who's grinning at Mario. That's so accurate. That's so accurate. Because, you know, I really like going to expensive clothes stores. I like looking at expensive clothes. And it's just nice. And when I was, not my most recent time in Japan, because that was in the winter. So I was like kind of adequately dressed. But in the summer, I would just be in like shorts, t-shirt with my backpack, usually sweating profusely, just like wandering around the Ginza Gucci store or whatever. And everyone would smile like that at me. I was just like, yes. Yeah, you know I'm not going to buy anything. You know not even to approach me. But you know you got to give me that smile. That's pretty good. All right. So they're out here buying clothes, looking at suits, looking at dress shirts. They all look pretty flustered. They all look really over their heads. But I can't wait to see the new look. This poses to be a more difficult problem than I had imagined. Kaiji and his companions are accustomed to being at the level of commonplace men, far distance from the upper stratum they are to represent. They don't get it. Kaiji just dressed like Tonigawa. You make Tonigawa. Even dressed like Endo. Endo is pretty sharp. 10 million. 10 million is a lot for a guy like me. How would I have even got it? It's gonna have to be that way. Ooh, did they all kind of... I think it would be really funny if they all completely misunderstood. They all came up with their own mental image of a person that would deposit $10 million. Or 10 million yen. That is, like, completely different. Like, Kaiji dresses up like a baseball character. And Mario dresses up like some sort of Yakuza gangster. Chang dresses up like, I don't know, like a real socialite dandy, like, come from old money type person. And they're just like strolling around together. I don't know. Let's see. The three each find their own answer in 3 different ways and return back to the mothership. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, then Mario. You go first. Oh. It's the fashion arc. It's the Fukumoto Fashion arc of my dreams. I think Fukumoto characters are usually pretty interestingly dressed. Like, they have such a look. And it's not like their clothes are totally outrageous. You know, it's just Like, do you remember when Kaiji was always wearing that really puffy jacket, that almost like Gore-Tex looking jacket that also kind of just looked like a stuffy trash bag? That was kind of in style, you know? Like, you would actually see quite a lot of people wearing those sorts of coats. But there was kind of a disconnect. Like, it just sort of resembled it, and yet you felt like Fukumoto's sort of intent with it was different. And then, you know, a lot of characters are just wearing suits, but it's a classy look. And then there was the little Tonigawa chapter that I saw in the anime where all of the black suits try to like set off on their own, and they're doing all sorts of trends and slicking their hair back and having little pocket squares and stuff. Excuse me, it's beautiful. Fukumoto Fashion. Jeez, that would be a good video. Just kind of an exploration of it. We could try to like match that look, you know, try to find clothes approximating it on websites. It would be a blast. Okay, let's see what Mario got. Some had concerns with the image they had chosen as someone who would deposit 10 million. How is Mario looking? Ooh! He looks like Kazuya! That's smart! That's smart! He just jacked Kazuya's swagger, I'm sorry, and also Kazuya, of course. I can't stop saying Kazuya. Yeah, the scarf, the sunglasses, the thick striped suit. That's Kazuya to a T. Brilliant. Good play. It looks good on him, too. He has that kind of jolly look to him that really fits with this international man of leisure type allure. Really went and did it. Hold on. Before anything, let's hear out his intentions first. Why did you choose that look? It's just how it looks. I'm a young entrepreneur. Filipino living in Japan who runs 3 different Filipino pubs. A lot of influence that way. Smart, smart. Does he not even realize that he looks exactly like Kazuya? Is it just like that image has been locked into his brain and then abstracted and now appears to him as this new ideal? Is that what they want? I wonder if this is what he wants to do. I think he would be really good at it. I think he would be a wonderful pub owner. Some guy that you would see occasionally behind the bar. You're like, ooh, look at his sunglasses. Look at his scarf. What's up with this guy? Kaiji is so skeptical. He's so skeptical of this. Mario, you just look like Kazuya. Yeah. How did they not realize? I saw it instantly. So I'm trying to think of the people I know with lots of money. The only one I could come up with him is him. Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. You gotta be a little more sympathetic to Kazuya now. He went through a lot. Well, actually, it's kind of interesting, because a lot of the things that we learned about Kazuya that made him such a gripping, enthralling, beautifully tragic character to us were all just flashbacks within his head. It was all his internal narration. Who knows what Kaiji actually thinks of Kazuya right now, right? I mean, he saved his life. There's some compassion there. But I don't know. Use that dirtbag as your model, huh? An experiment. Go ahead and try. Not really fit you, but you never know. That might turn out to be the right move. Yeah. Let's go, Kaiji. This is a nice message. Just give it a try. Life is an experiment. And rich people can look awkward too. You know? Rich people can wear things unbefitting of them. Alright, what's Chang got? This is, it looks kind of like a sanitation suit in this bottom right panel here, or bottom left panel. What the heck? Yeah, this is just straight up what a poor person would look like at all. You look like someone influential who could deposit 10 million yen, even one little bit. Yeah. Is this just beyond me? Is this like a Yeezy aesthetic? Is he going for that sort of brutal industrial look? Did he look at some fashion magazines and realize that this kind of post-fashion era was very chic right now? Let's see. What was his motivation? Shang has his reasons for it. Why did you choose that look? What's your story? My father, who managed a small factory in his hometown for many years, passed away. Accepted his inheritance as his honest, hard-working firstborn son. Nice. Nice. Smart. That just makes sense. And then you can also kind of get away with being a little more socially awkward. you can get away with it being a strange, uncomfortable situation because you're not used to having this much money, which is true. You know, you incorporate the true aspects of yourself into the character you're playing. You're not used to having this much money. You're not used to making a deposit this big. But you've got this inheritance. You want to put it in the bank. That makes sense. And the deposit is inheritance and get started. That's my story. Makes sense. You definitely do look hardworking. You need to pick something good, Chen. So these are both on the exact opposite ends of the map. What did Kaiji choose? Totally see that looking at you. And actually the most realistic story. Alright, pretty good. Mario is skeptical though. Maybe a little envious that Chang's look is getting such praise. And his look was Kaiji going, alright, well, we'll try it. He didn't, I never would have thought of this route either. I just definitely thought it was all about making yourself look like a rich person. But making yourself look like a poor person that, for some special circumstance, has this money would probably be a lot more believable. It's a lot more consistent with other things that are really true about you. Alright, what's Kaiji got? I can't wait to see. Okay. Maybe I'm just not getting it right away, but I really don't see what's so great about being hardworking. My question's about your clothes too, Mario. So I said that rich people would wear. My clothes are already a little bit dirty. Drop them on the ground and stomp on them a bit. Oh, this is so fun. What a bizarre arc this is. The fact that we went from the intense bulwark situation to this clothes buying adventure with Chang happily stomping on clothes in the street, Mario dressed up like Kazuya. Oh, that's so great. Rubbing them against a car's muffler, marked with oil stains at the same time. Okay, what's Kaiji got? Show me the Kaiji money. Oh, baby, what in the hell? What? I don't get this one at all. This must be the, like, industrialist chic. It's got jeans, got sneakers, everything ripped to heck. This sort of Eastern European hat with the flaps. This looks good on Kaiji, though. This is, like, his aesthetic all over. Like, kind of grungy, kind of despairing almost. You know, this sort of history of sorrow encoded in the clothes, but resolute, you know? That it's saying, I look like this, but I'm out here. I look like this, but you're looking at me. You're seeing me. You cannot deny me. You cannot suppress me. Let's hear him out. You heard us out. Let's get his story. All right. Why'd you choose this look? First of all, my dad died. This hat, Sanmai, it's kind of intense concentration achieved through meditation. There's also just its exact wording during one poker in one of his final hands. Ooh, very cool. Gross this to the core of my soul. This is gambling. Sweet. Nice hat. All right, this is something he's he could just wear with any outfit now. It's him to a T. Gave me inheritance money. Sure, all right. Hadn't been home in 5 years. Wandering aimlessly around Japan, gambling, racking up debts, begging for people for cash over and over. I heard about my father's passing through the grapevine and came back home. Black sheep of all my families, my whole family thought of me as the son with no discipline or potential ahead of him. It's so real! It's so close to his actual life. I think this is the key. Just as when he was lying to his mom, he has to incorporate as much of the truth as possible to give it that energy of reality, you know? To give you that confidence. Okay. So Chang is excited, seeing that Kaiji is taking a similar route as him. It's exactly how you look. Have to look that way since my long years of wandering and hedonism for the damage on both my mind and my body. So this is good too, because it also accounts for his scars and stuff. The thing though, this is what really troubles me, okay? Is that Kaiji, like the Chang one, it's like, you know, he's the good, honest, hardworking son. So he comes in, and it's natural for him to be like well, you know, today's the big day. I got my inheritance here. I'm striking off on my own. Can you help me out? You know, Miss Bank Teller lady? I don't know about all these fancy city accounts and stuff. You know, it's like very natural for him to get this story out there and alleviate any concerns they have proactively, okay? But with Kaiji, what is he gonna say? Like, what's up, y'all? I'm a drifter. I'm, I'm like human scum. I've never done anything for myself. Just kind of recanting his life story. Anyways, I got this inheritance money. That's so suspicious, right? And that's if he's proactive and comes up with this whole story. Much more likely, if they don't want to draw attention to themselves, he should just go in and be like, new account, please. And then that's like almost even worse, because without asking him any detailed questions about it, without giving him a chance to tell this story, they're just going to be like, all right, sir. Hello, police. Like, hello, every police officer. I don't know, man. Here's the punchline I'm waiting for, though. We saw explicitly how Chang messed up his clothes. So now Mario's gonna be like, how did you mess up these clothes? And Kaiji's gonna be like, I just bought them like this. And it's gonna be like, oh, modern fashion, da 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 da. Right? Right? I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Okay, so that's what it is. It shows. They're all very excited. Like this little breakdown of all of his damaged clothes. It's quite evident, but you know, this is just how Fukumoto likes to write. Actually, there's something very unique here. These arrows that are completely just drawn, these are very different than our normal Fukumoto arrows, which are usually like an outlined thing. Just calling these things as I see them. Whenever my boy's got a new arrow style, it's a big deal. Mentioned you haven't done a thing to be of service to anyone else in your whole life so far. That's the exact impression you give off. It's great. You said a little too much there. What if these are like Kaiji's actual clothes? What if he just got clothes that he used to actually wear? Do I need to use this money to help me live an honest life from now? Oh. So that's his angle. He is proactive about it. But he's like, it's a big change of heart moment for me. I'm overflowing with emotions that I've been given this opportunity to cast aside my wicked ways. I see. Okay. I don't know. It's like high risk, high reward. Because if the teller buys your story and sympathizes with you, then you're totally assured of safety and probably even making a larger deposit or something. But if she doesn't, if she's skeptical, this lady here looks like she's a very kind person. She'll be like, ah, whatever. The delusional conviction is great. I guess they don't realize how much this is just Kaiji's real life. Saying way too much right now. It's perfect, Kaiji-san, isn't it? 3 of them each take their own stories and strategies to heart. Head off. Similar to the first errands in one's life on their own. It's the first 10 million yen deposit. Someone's stressful outing. How will it proceed? Okay. Let's see how it happens. I love this really wonderful shot of a boy off on their first errand. You know, this is like a rite of passage in Japan. The first time you're sent to the store by yourself. I think there's like a TV show where they interview children that are on their first errand or something. Anyways, yeah, let's see how their first errands go. Oh, I guess this is the TV show. Or this is a very, very suspicious person filming it in the bottom here. All right, let's see what happens. I loved that chapter. That was a whole lot of fun. What a bizarre arc this is. It really feels like anything can happen. We can go in any direction now. I love it. Okay, let's look forward to the next chapter.